Whew, it's been a while, but we have a lot to do today. I have to get ready for these readiness assessments. That is about to happen at 9 o'clock. It's about 8:57, but I'll catch up with y'all when this is over and explain a little bit about what I'm doing. Someone already joined the meeting.
I might have to, if you're asking me certain questions, I might have to ask others and get back to you.
Okay. Well, the good thing is this is solely based on you. And the fact that you may or may not know any answers, that's a good thing. Okay? Because this is a readiness assessment. We're trying to see how ready you are. What that means in relation to where you are right now. I can tell you that it's been about 3 months since I posted my last video, but I'm getting back into the swing of things. Business has been really great, and I just want to take you guys through a typical day in my life of what I'm doing now, because some things have changed since the last time we spoke. So for those of you who may be new or aren't really familiar with my content, my name is Jackie, and I talk a lot about business, growing a business, and just trying to navigate life, because my ultimate goal is to create a fully remote business where I will be able to travel with my family around the world. So today I am working with a client that I've had since April. And with this client, I am a change management partner. So I work about, it just depends on the week, but I work up to 20 hours a week. Last week I worked 18. This week, I think I'm going to push about 22 hours or so. And the reason is because it depends on where we are in the project and what different phase we're approaching. Right now we're in the beginning, and during the beginning, change management is doing a lot of the back end work in order to prepare for the different phases on the back end of the project. So today I have many calls with different stakeholders in the company, and it's around the readiness assessment. And for those of you who are not really familiar with what an assessment is, it's really to gauge how ready people are within the organization. So whenever an organization is going through some type of change, there should be an assessment that happens to gauge the different people that are going to be affected by the change. In this case, we are doing a WFM, workforce management transformation, particularly in the timekeeping space. So all of the stakeholders that are affected, what we do is we compile a list, and that is done through the stakeholder analysis, take an analysis of all the stakeholders that are involved. And we take a subset of that list and we go out and we start to have these assessments just to see, number one, are they aware of what's going on? And number two, whether they have a desire to change or not. Number three, their knowledge about the change, their ability to change. Number four, and any type of reinforcement mechanisms that may or may not be in place, and how do they measure that overall. And we're doing this because we need to see where they are today relative to when we get further along in the project near go live. So this morning when you seen me, I was talking to someone within the HR space to just really gauge where she's at. And during those assessments, it's really hands-on. They're able to see their score in real time. I don't know how other people do it, but I like to show the person what they're being scored right then and there. Then after the meeting, once we have time, because the questions will take about, I would say probably 30 to 40 minutes, depending on who we're talking to. I would go over the score and any questions they may have. And then that will feed into, number one, the training plan that comes up and the overall change management strategy of how to get everybody on board. So that's a very, very important piece to the puzzle, because without that, we won't know where people are. And we have to know that in order to make sure that everybody is on board. So now that I'm done with the readiness assessment, what I do now is just go through and look at the notes that was gathered during the call. So on my calls, the way I have it set up, I have someone else in the background. It's usually the PM. He was in the background, and he had the template up. But on my side, I'm asking the questions. I already listed out the prompting questions that I had for the person, and I'm actively taking notes. So since there's such a big gap between that meeting that was at 9 o'clock and my next meeting, I'm gonna go through and just make sure that the answers that she gave make sense, like put it in sentence case, because I was writing quickly as she was speaking, but we always want to make sure that it's good. So I'm going to do that, and I'll get back with you guys in a second. Just gotta wait a second. So every day I try to make it a point to come out here and take a walk with the kids, because we have moved to a very walkable area here in Northern Virginia. So I just like the different scenery down here, things like that, and it takes away from our everyday, like what's going on in the business, anything like that. So this is a nice area to walk in, and the kids love it. So right now we're gonna head over here to CVS and any other place that we might want to go into. A lot of little shops have Thai food. That food is really good. We tried it already. But today's Friday. Later on tonight, it's gonna be seriously popping out here. Like, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be so many people out here on the block. And another thing is, throughout the month, depending on what's going on, they have a lot of events for kids here. So just want to see what's going on. I want to go try this new spot where you get to paint and eat at the same time, because look at these cool little paintings. Like, people, y'all want to try this today? Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, it's called Brush Over Folk. Yeah, I want to try this. Definitely want to try that. That seems like something very fun to happen today. So I'm back. It is so hot outside, y'all. I'm just getting prepared for this last meeting at 1 o'clock. It's almost 12 o'clock right now. So I have about an hour in between after this meeting that would have made 5 meetings, 5 sessions, and every session was an hour long. So I'm going to send a email telling them thank you for coming. Here's a link to your scores, and just remind them that we do this now, and then we're going to do this closer to go live. So And if they have any questions about their scores or any sections where they scored lower than what they were expecting, then feel free to reach out to me. So one of those type of meetings. But overall, being a change manager, this job and the clients that I work with, it's very satisfying because the biggest problem that I was seeing when I was in the implementation space, and I still am, by the way, in the implementation space, I never really got to see the project fully through. And this is because it was on really, really, really big implementations, like multi-year implementations. And I would always just focus on one area and that would be it. Like it will probably be like the data gathering, or I'll focus on integrations, or I was really heavily involved in the testing work stream. So it's good when you could see a project to the end. But one thing I always enjoyed on these type of projects was the training aspect of it, the communications around it, keeping people involved, keeping people engaged. Because like I just mentioned, like these projects are long, long. Even the one that I'm on now, it's 9 months. It started in April. It's supposed to end in February. Well, we're going live in February. So yeah, about 9 to 10 months. So that's just what it is. But throughout it, my job is just to make sure that everyone is in the know that needs to be in the know. I'm in charge of making sure the communications are correct and just the communications in general, making sure everybody is informed. I built a lot of decks. I'm in charge of like the overall training strategy. So we're working with a provider, but we serve like, and I say we, the team serves as the implementation partner to the client. So we work for the client. But I'm going to get back to just reading this email just to make sure it sounds right and there's like no mistakes in what I'm sending out to everybody. And I also have to create the folder that all of these assessments will live in. So let me do that and then I'll get back in touch with you all. So, one of the people that I work alongside, the director of the company, she sends me a link, and it's a link to a podcast that I did the other day. And they put it out on LinkedIn. I'm going to link it in this video, y'all. I am just like really, really happy about that because that's another way to just get, free promo to your business. And it's out on LinkedIn, and I just rewatched it because, of course, when I was doing it, I was in the moment, but it sounds really, really good. It sounds really, really good. And I was so happy about that. I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't see it, so and I was just like, oh, I have to do more of these. So I was speaking to a guy yesterday, and he was like, hey, Joaquina, I want to do something on change management. Do you mind coming on a podcast? And I was like, absolutely. Because I'm just trying to make sure that businesses, because it's not like, I'm not saying change management is not a thing, but sometimes businesses see it as an additional cost, but that narrative really needs to go out the door because anytime you're changing anything that is related to people, process, systems, anything within an organization, you should definitely have change management or a plan of how the change is going to be fully adopted within the organization. But I just wanted to hop on and say that because I was like super excited about that. Okay.
Jackie.
Hey, how are y'all? And Aaron, I know I must have said this.
I'm excited.
Oh, you're drinking your water, your coffee. Have you guys ever tried this water before? Oh my gosh.
No, never
You
heard
guys, this is the best water on the market, I'm telling you. Like,
Is
it's
it
crazy.
alkaline water?
No, it's just still water.
Oh.
Saratoga. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is a readiness assessment just to gauge like your readiness across 4 different categories around awareness, your desire to change, your knowledge of what is changing, the ability to change, and if you have a team, your team's ability to change, and any reinforcement mechanisms that you may or may not have in place. So no pressure, no pressure. This is not, you don't have to prepare for this. We're just going to have a nice casual conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, so from your perspective, where do you see the gaps on where things are right now?